Hey everyone, Rat Dog here, and welcome back. Okay, today I'm going to show you how to build a Toothy on Alpha 16.4. So, stay tuned. So with a Toothy, you can make it as big as you want. This one is a 9x9. You can make it 7x7. You can make it 15. You can make it 23. Just as long as you keep it an odd number, it just makes it easier for lining things up if you want to make an entrance or an exit. Not that you need one if you don't mind taking a little bit of trap damage, but I'll show you later. So this one's a 9x9. What you want to do is, I guess we could pick all these up. I just did it just to line it up. And okay, so we're going to start with these wedge tips. You want to spin them around so the flat part is facing you. And then the zombies will be crawling by the time they get to this. Most of them will be crawling. So that way you'll be able to smack them in the face. So let's rotate that one around and do that. I'm using a control. See, wrong button. So I'm using a mouse and keyboard, and usually I use a controller. So you're going to be seeing a few mess ups from me. So I'm going to blame it on that. Because like I said, I am definitely not used to mouse and keyboard. But hopefully, by the time I finish this Toothy, I will be. Okay, so we need to go to the blocks. And we're going to go, I believe it's 3 high to start. Next one we are going to get is not the centered pole. So in Legacy there's one pole and you can move it around. Wrong button. Alright, now that that's taken away, I may have to redo my buttons if I do this more often. Because with controller, the left click is to place, or the left click is to place, yeah, and the right click is to rotate, and this is the left click is to rotate, and the right is to place. So, and I need advanced. And you want it on the bottom over there, so we'll start over here. One there. And that side is done. So let's rotate to that side. And click the right button. That's finito. And now we go to this side. And obviously this one's... Oh, and I did it again. Oh, can I go backwards? No, I can't. I knew that left and right button would get me. Alright. So that's those. So now we need to go to the center poles. And the center poles goes... I should have went up 4. Does that still work here? It really doesn't matter where it's facing. Alright, once we get those in, so from here you can go as high as you want. you can go up to there. All right, so there's the Toothy. That's the basic design, and then you fill this in with a floor, and you could have something from right here that just kind of goes up to the next floor. It's what I usually do. I usually throw, let's see, where's the center? 1, 2, 3, 4. So right there is the center. Yeah, right there is the center. So what I usually do is click the right buttons and then just build something up like this. Throw some ladders up there and you're good to go. So you just come in here and jump up, and then you'd have either some bars, or you could even fill it full of wood frames at the beginning. You don't have to get all fancy. Then you can continue this upward and then build another floor on top and have all your crafting stations in there, and then you go one more floor higher and you can have your farm there. So what I did, if you look at some of my old Legacy playthroughs on the Valencia series, I made it a very large Toothy base. And then to get in, you just run and jump. That's how you get out. And to get in, you just jump again. Although, it's better once I can get more used to the controls. I got my shift and a different button. Alright, and now I'm gonna do the traps. Alright, so another thing you want to do with Toothy is you want to dig out from underneath it. Obviously not to get it collapse. I usually do half a wall at a time. Dig underneath it and put your blocks there, whether you're using cobblestone or cement or flagstone, I should say. Put a layer underneath it, because once one of those spikes break, then the zombie's going to be down here digging this way. And you don't want them just to dig through dirt, because they can't dig down, but they can dig straight across. And technically, eventually, I would dig all this out and make this concrete also. But you don't have to do that right away. You can get all this done by day 7. You could have this done in a day, maybe 2. If you're doing 120-minute days, and you could definitely get it done in a day. So the next thing I'm going to do is throw these log spikes. Now I made these steel. You'll be obviously using wood, but the reason why I dug, if you did not dig out and you put one of these traps right here at this level, they would be able to stand on it and they would get into your base. So you want to put it down here. That's why I dug it out. And if you have it this way, when they're crawling over it, they tend to kind of bob up and down, and it's really hard to get headshots. So I usually flip them over just like that and do 2 rows of them. And these are good because once they step on them, they're going to lose their legs, and then all they're going to be doing is crawling, and their face is going to be right here, so they're not going to be able to hit any of these blocks. Now the good thing is with the Toothy, it's definitely a melee base. Not saying it's a melee only base, but what I am saying is you have it's definitely a melee go-to base. If you don't have much ammo, okay, fine. Even in test mode, I have to search that stuff. Alright, anyways. So you can mainly, you could use guns. If you get overwhelmed, you're definitely going to want to get guns. Especially if there's like a lot of big boys. Big Mamas, Edgars, any of those people are, and if you're at flagstone or cobblestone, they are going to go through. My suggestion is to definitely keep some extra poles, centered poles, and the other poles, both kinds. I'm so glad it didn't let me put it there, because I would have took damage. Not that that matters. Because especially if you're in the cobblestone stage, I did a multiplayer with Spartan 85, and they it was just Edgar too. Well, Big Mama had a little hand in it, but Edgar was tearing through the cobblestone poles. So you want to keep early game, you want to keep some poles on you so you could fix as you go. But as long as you have these spikes here, they're going to lose their legs. And normally, and I didn't do it because I completely forgot because I was running my mouth, is I'll usually leave like 1 or 2 block opening that I could jump through without taking damage. But now I'll be oops, see, I'll be taking a little bit of damage, but that is not that bad. Yeah, a little bit of damage, but I mean, what's worse, taking a little bit of damage or getting attacked by a bunch of dogs? And see, if I was a little bit more, because I got my shift in a different spot, I gotta change things up a little bit. There's my shift. So you could be running and be like, oh no, dogs, and get in and get out. Like I said, you take a little bit of trap damage, but I mean, it's a lot better than dogs. So then up here, obviously spiders can still get there. So you just, on day 7, you know, you just throw some wood frames around. No big deal. There's the Toothy. I threw a little bit of paint on there just so it'll show up a little better. Okay, so in order to test this base out, we're gonna need some volunteers. So let's go with some. We're gonna spawn 25 Big Mamas. And hopefully they didn't spawn in there with me. Hey, what's up, Big Mama? Come on over. This is the first time I fought a Toothy on keyboard and mouse. So this will kind of show you what's gonna go on. They're gonna come over here. They're gonna do a lot of damage, but they're gonna start losing their legs. And when you build a small one, and then you build this centerpiece, that's why I usually build big ones. And now you just come over here, kind of crouch a little bit, and just smack them in the head. They were digging into here. I usually stand up. Stand up? Uh-oh. No, I'm in God mode. I didn't mean to be on God mode. Now stand up. Alright. So I usually replace this. And I don't build this. I'll build like, you know, one pillar going up if I make a Toothy this small. And you see they dug underneath here too. That's good. Got my floor replaced for free. And now you kind of crouch again. And you just loot bodies. That's Toothy in a nutshell for you. And see, like I said, it doesn't matter if you make an entrance or not. I mean, yeah, you'll lose a couple of points here and there, but really it's not that big of a deal. Alright, well, I hope this helps. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button, everybody, and subscribe if you're new here. I'm going to have a lot of Legacy and 16.4 content coming out. And as soon as I get into my house, I'll be putting out videos daily. So keep on the lookout for that. Thanks, everyone. Stay safe, and peace out.
In the wasteland where the shadows crawl, there's a legend that stands tall. Red Dog's got the mind of a trickster king, multiple faces, each with a sting. He's a clever rogue with a heart of gold, with winning tales that never grow old. Careful how you tread, watch what you say, he'll make you laugh, cry, chase you away. Tongue like a viper, sharp and quick, a master artist with every trick. Spins his stories like a desert storm, leaves you breathless, his words transform. He's a clever rogue with a heart of gold, with winning tales that never grow old. Careful how you tread, watch what you say, he'll make you laugh, cry, chase you away. In the heat of the night, when the stars align, he shifts the song, is crossing every line. One moment he's a joker, the next a sage. Red Dog's a riddle, a turning page. He's a clever rogue with a heart of gold, with winning tales that never grow old. Careful how you tread, watch what you say, he'll make you laugh, cry, chase you away. In a wasteland under the blazing sun, Red Dog's tale has just begun. A legend with a smile, a voice so snug, in the desert's heart.